able to say before.
If ever there was a time someone might regret sending a letter, well, this is it. The owner of the Cleveland Cavaliers making it easy for LeBron to say goodbye after lashing out at him in writing. In the letter, Dan Gilbert called LeBron James disloyal, cowardly, shameful, selfish, and also said he's setting a bad example for America's children. But LeBron James was a free agent in a free market. We know that. He was drug-free, gun-free. He loves Mom. He was an economic boon to Cleveland for 7 years. Jonathan, so he's disloyal for leaving one employer for another? I don't get it.
I think the letter is really uncouth, Liz. I mean, LeBron owes the Cavs, owes them what? As you pointed out, he played his heart out for years and years and years. And I'm sorry to Mr. Gilbert, but, all trade has to be mutually beneficial. It's got to be good for LeBron and good for this ass, what. So, I mean, it's like this guy's never sold a stock in his life. He's never left a job in his life. Good for LeBron, and I'm glad at this point that he's leaving Cleveland behind.
Adam, didn't you find it strange you put it in writing?
Yeah, I mean, all I can say is that as Gary B and I know, sometimes you get very passionate about these things, and
Are you putting things in writing to Gary B? Is that what you're trying to tell us?
For years and years. Sometimes we mix it up pretty good, but no, I don't put much in writing to him. But look, he cares. I mean, he's wrong. Obviously, he's wrong. He's going to be embarrassed about this for a long time. I think he's even more embarrassed about having lost LeBron, frankly.
Gary B, what do you think?
Well, intellectually, sure, I agree with Adam and Jonathan. I mean, he's a free agent, et cetera, et cetera. I think that the problem was that the owner had it was in the way he did it. I mean, you do a 1-hour thing, you kind of rub it in your face. Whether it was a business thing or not, they had a partnership for, as Jonathan points out, 7 years.
But Gary B, doesn't every big athlete have a big press conference like that? I mean, what's the big deal about that?
Well, no, not to say the decision. They do it like some of the other athletes do. They accept a new offer. They go on. They maybe draw the old owner aside and say, hey, listen, it's just business.
Yeah,
I love working with you. I'm going to move on. You don't do a thing like that.
Yeah,
That's
Francis,
silly.
maybe I think Gary B may have a point, and Adam was saying, too, he held up a jersey. Maybe that was a little over the top.
Well, I don't know if that was a little over the top. I mean, these star athletes, and especially somebody of his caliber, obviously have a lot of star power, and they're able to do that. Aside from that, he was with the team for 7 years. There was no chance of a championship. I think you cannot say to any one player, you don't deserve a championship, you're on the wrong team. I think anybody of his caliber is going to go after the championship. I think it was a business decision. And Einstein's definition of insanity is do the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, go ahead, Jonathan.
Liz, I think this is like, becoming professional wrestling. This is like the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart, talking smack about Hulk Hogan back in the day. LeBron got a lot of headlines. This guy wants to get back in the headlines. I think this is for the cameras more than anything else.
Maybe it was all staged.
Maybe it was all staged. But Adam, who would want to work for that guy if he's going to be sending out letters like that?
Somebody who wants to receive his checks will want to work for him, I think,
exactly.
in the future. Unless
Byron
you're LeBron
Scott,
James,
the coach,
and then you're not going to.
The Byron Scott, the coach, said, I love
hang on,
this
Gary B. Hang on, Gary B. Go ahead.
No, Byron Scott, the coach, said today, and listen, I love this owner. He has a passion for winning. He wants to win. He wants to build a great team. Now, obviously, the owner's paying Byron Scott's salary, but still, he spoke up for him, so I commend him for that.
Jonathan, you think going to the Miami Heat, Florida has no state taxes. You think that was a factor?
Well, I hope it was. I mean, Liz, since, Tom Joad took Route 66 west, people have gone where the money is. So I hope LeBron is following in that great tradition.
And Steinbeck. You guys are amazing.
You guys really are amazing. You've been terrific this show. You're so smart and so funny. We're going to see you on next week. Hopefully on Monday I'll see you. Well, next up, why Washington's fix for the ailing economy is far worse than the disease. That's next.